So, I'm just gonna continue on here. No specific order of how to do things. Just do it. Let's go in these blue doors. So I hope you guys are enjoying the Let's Play. This is my very first one, so I don't really have an established way of doing it yet. I would imagine this is the way it's going to be for all of them. Alright, so obviously there's something there, and I have to tell you, thanks to these awesome graphics that this emulator is cranking out, I know exactly what that is. But in actual PlayStation graphics when I'm playing this on my PlayStation, for some reason, to me, that looks like a candle. But here it actually does look like a map. God, I hate the soundtrack. I wish they kept the original one. It's a map of the first floor. Will you take it? Yes, I will. And I'll just show you it real quick. See how big this mansion really is. So the green means places I've been to. And the red is the current room I'm in. And the blank rooms, the transparent rooms, are all the rooms I have yet to go into. And that map was for only the first floor, so for the second floor it's only going to show that one staircase I was on earlier. Alright. Let's go in this secret little room. Alright, so here's the first laying zombie. If you get close to it, he will grab your ankle and start chewing on it. And whether you're Jill or Chris, you're either going to kick his head completely off, or you're going to stomp it. And these were the very first melee moves of the Resident Evil series. You can see me do a little montage of head stomps in one of my videos, or in my ultimate melee move reveal. But I'm going to avoid this zombie completely. Not get grabbed, because there's another ink ribbon over here. It's not worth fighting that zombie or getting chomped on really for it, but now I'm going to go ahead and kill it, show you some fighting with the combat knife before I get rid of it forever. In the ass. Okay. And yeah, when they bleed out like that, that signifies when they're dead. It's been a prominent feature of the classic Resident Evil games. Wait until they bleed out. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and equip my handgun just to look a little cooler. Might be a while before I actually use it though. Alright, I need to speed things up. I'm taking quite forever. Alright, I have used the lockpick, so that door is now open, but I'm actually not gonna go through it now. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and head towards the second floor to trigger a certain cutscene. And get a nice weapon very early. It's really weird playing this while trying to commentate and play it like it's going on YouTube. Because if I was playing it by myself, like just for fun, I would be quite so far ahead right now and so focused on what I need to do next. It's a little tougher to do that since I have to communicate with you guys. Now this music always scared the hell out of me, because it's very freaking freaky, creepy. Now normally in Chris's scenario there would be a small key here. Once again, what makes Jill's scenario much easier, you don't need that small key, because the small keys are designed to unlock desks, but Jill can unlock them with her lockpick. She can do a lot of things with the lockpick. And you know, I'm going to try to examine certain things. I'm not going to examine every single thing in the game, only stuff that's kind of interesting. So, for instance, this blood on the floor. Spots of blood are here and there. I hope this blood isn't from my teammates. Well, now that you said that, it obviously is going to be Jill. Alright, watch this.
Jill! Don't scare me.
That's what I was going to say. Aren't you supposed to be going over the first floor, Barry?
You're such a hypocrite, Jill.
Yeah, you're right. But just take a look at this.
Oh my god.
It's Forrest. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Ah!
It's awful.
It sure is.
I'm going to find out what caused Forrest's death. It looks like he was killed by a crow or something.
That's... You're lucky if you do this one the first playthrough.
Can you look around the first floor, Jill?
Because otherwise you get attacked by crows.
Okay.
Unless you're careful.
Hey, Jill. This must have been Forrest's. You don't have a weapon. Take this with you.
What do you mean I don't have a weapon? I'm holding it right now, dumbass. I got the bazooka! Sweet. First weapon of the series to use multiple rounds.
I can't believe.
I can't believe... Okay. Alright, he's already been examined, so no point in looking at him. Alright, we got the bazooka, let's go. Shit, I'm gonna need to find an item box soon. Yep, I'll be explaining item boxes soon enough. Alright, let's go across the hall here. Alright, we're about to see our first gunfight. I'm gonna use some ammo here. And he bled out, good. I shot his arm off. Alright, he's bleeding, good. Alright, I'm gonna push this thing off, because this has a key item. So, there are multiple items in a Resident Evil game, and there are a specific amount of key items. Not every item is necessary to complete the game, but key items are. Without key items, you will not progress. Smash! Alright, we'll see what that produced later. For now, I'm only getting items that I need right now. Because I do have a limited amount of space, anyway. After all. More zombies! Man, yeah, they are super weak in Jill's game. I love it. Sometimes you want to make sure the zombie is facing you before you just hold the button down. Because otherwise you may waste a shot. I'll show an example of that right now. Whoa. Okay, you saw right there, that last shot, it didn't hit him because he was turning. You want the zombie to be facing directly to you in order to get that last shot off. So I'm gonna save some bullets, I'm gonna knife him real quick. And it actually finished him. Awesome. A good way to conserve ammo, although it takes a lot of time to do that, so I'm not gonna do that too often. Alright, and an example of another door that requires a key. Carving of a helmet. So this requires the helmet key. And the helmet key is the last mansion key you get way later in the game. And this door is pretty special. It's a numeric key panel, and I need a pass number to get through this door. And a certain cutscene will allow me to go through this door if I play it right. Alright, let's go down these spooky stairs, pretty dark. Alright, I'm not gonna deal with this zombie right now, I wanna get in here. This is the first example of a save room. And save rooms have become quite a thing in the classic games. Have their own nice music. And they're safe havens. There's never an enemy in a save room. At least a specific room with a typewriter and item box in it. And with this music. There's never an enemy in it. Now, I feel like in later Resident Evil games there have been instances where there's a typewriter around, but there's still an enemy inside the room. That's not the same, really. Alright, so what do we got here on the bed? Ooh, more ink ribbons. Alright, 6 is well enough for me with my skill level in this game, so I will not be needing any more than that. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna play this in one playthrough, so I may never save. I'm only gonna save if I need to get off this game for some reason before I complete it. Alright, so here's the item box for you. It can store virtually an infinite amount of items. If you ever fill an entire item box in a Resident Evil game, you're weird, because there's almost not enough items in the entire game to really fill this thing up. Unless you put each individual clip in there, maybe, of the handgun. But you can combine clips, you know. I'm going to show that right now. So, the item box is courteous enough to give you 2 extra clips. And here's the first example of combining items. Now we got 30, and now we got 45. Alright. And a smart thing to do when it comes to reloading a weapon would be to reload it manually in the menu like this. So I could go to combine and put it in my handgun, and now my handgun's fully loaded. But I personally like the reloading animation a little more, so I kind of go ahead and do it. Now, I know that's really risky, especially if an enemy is getting close to you and you all of a sudden need to reload. So, I'll do my best to make sure that doesn't happen. Alright, so gotta go back in the item box, get rid of anything I really don't need. So, we're saying goodbye to the knife. For now, because there is a part in this game to where we may need the knife again. Alright, so I'm gonna store that there. I'm also gonna... Actually, no. So one thing I'll tell you guys about myself is, when it comes to the item box, I have a very specific storage order. I always place the ink ribbon above the center line. And I always place the knife below the center line. For example, in my weapon reviews, I would store all the weapons below that center line, and I would place them in order I acquired them. So, like, after the knife, you would see the Beretta, the clip, and then the shotgun and the shells. I just had a specific order, and I always stick to that order. Now, any other items that I store in there go above the ink ribbon. So, like the first aid spray, for instance. When it comes to healing items, sometimes I place them further up because they get in the way, and I need the key items to be soon. So if I was going for a speed run or something, I would want them very near that center. So we do not need the bazooka right now for sure, so I'm going to place that down here. So the only 2 things I really need right now are my weapon. Or my weapon and ammo. Like, the first aid spray heals you completely, but it does affect your rank at the end of this game. And the Resident Evil games have ranks that depending on how good you do, you unlock certain things. And for example, in this game, if I beat it under 3 hours, which I highly doubt I'm going to do in this first game because I'm talking to you guys and wasting so much time. If I were to beat it under 3 hours, or is it 3.5 hours, I'm not sure, but if I do that, I get the infinite rocket launcher. So, but that's not going to happen on this first playthrough. I will try to make it so in the second playthrough. So in the second playthrough, we will go through this game a lot faster, and there will probably be a lot less talking. Alright, so I got everything I need for now. Let's go ahead and continue. And let's defeat all the... actually, I'm gonna skip out on these zombies over here. Or try to. Shit! Okay, that's the only thing that's gonna scare me in this game, is all of a sudden a zombie gets very close to me. Luckily, that zombie's facing away. And here's another example of a locked door. An armor. Armor key is a pretty nice key in this mansion. It unlocks a lot of doors. Alright. These zombies, on the other hand, I am gonna defeat. Wow, 6 shots. Wow, and he's still not dead. Holy shit. Now say I wish I had my knife, but it's okay. I got plenty of ammo. I'm gonna let him turn around. See? Nice. Alright. Alright, no need to go in this hallway yet. I will go in here, though. I've used the lockpick. So this door would have required the sword key if I were Chris.